Have you ever wondered why some people work their entire lives and still struggle financially? Why they wake up early, commute every day, follow the rules, and do everything society tells them to do, yet freedom always feels just out of reach? And more importantly, have you ever asked yourself whether you might be heading down the same path? Welcome to Precision Net, the place where we break down money, mindset, and the real strategies you need to understand how wealth actually works. On this channel, we do not just talk about making money. We talk about escaping financial traps, thinking differently, and building a future where you are in control of your time and your income. If you are serious about improving your financial life, make sure you subscribe and join this community. The truth is, most people never escape the rat race. Not because they are lazy, and not because they are unintelligent, but because they are following a path that was never designed to create financial freedom in the first place. The rat race is a cycle. It is the pattern of earning money, spending it on responsibilities and survival, and then repeating the same process over and over again. Income comes in, bills go out, and very little remains. Over time, this cycle becomes normal. People accept it as life, even though deep down they feel stuck. One of the biggest reasons people remain trapped is the way they were taught to think about money from childhood. Most people grow up hearing advice like, study hard, get good grades, find a stable job, work for many years, and everything will be okay. While education and employment are important, this path alone does not guarantee financial independence. It often guarantees dependence on a paycheck. Imagine two individuals. The first person earns a salary and spends most of it on rent, food, transport, and lifestyle expenses. The second person also earns a salary, but intentionally saves and invests a portion of their income into assets that can grow over time. After several years, the difference between them becomes significant. The first person remains dependent on their job, while the second person begins to develop financial flexibility. The income was similar, but the decisions were different. Another reason people never escape the rat race is lifestyle inflation. As income increases, expenses increase too. Someone gets a salary raise and immediately upgrades their phone, moves to a more expensive apartment, or buys a car they cannot truly afford. Instead of building wealth, they build bigger obligations. This creates a situation where they must continue working just to maintain their lifestyle. Think about a young professional who receives their first major promotion. Their income doubles, and they feel successful. They decide to finance a new car, upgrade their wardrobe, and move into a more expensive home. Suddenly, their monthly expenses rise dramatically. Even though they earn more money, they feel more pressure than before. They are still trapped, only at a higher level. Debt also plays a major role in keeping people stuck. Debt creates future obligations. It forces individuals to continue earning in order to pay for decisions made in the past. Credit cards, loans, and financing agreements can create temporary comfort, but they often delay financial freedom. Consider someone who uses credit to maintain a lifestyle they cannot afford. Each month, they pay minimum balances, accumulating interest. Over time, the debt grows larger and stress increases. Instead of money creating opportunities, money becomes a source of anxiety. Another important factor is the lack of financial education. Many people spend years in school learning subjects that never teach them how money actually works. They learn mathematics, science, and history, but they rarely learn about investing, asset building, taxes, or financial planning. As adults, they enter the workforce without understanding how to grow wealth. Because of this gap, people often believe that earning more money alone will solve their problems. While higher income helps, it does not automatically create wealth. Wealth is built through strategy, discipline, and long-term thinking. Another critical factor that keeps people trapped in the rat race is the misunderstanding of risk. Many people believe that staying in a job forever is the safest option, while starting a business, investing, or learning new financial strategies feels dangerous. However, the reality is often the opposite. Depending entirely on one income source can be extremely risky, especially in a world where industries change rapidly, companies downsize, and technology replaces jobs. True security often comes from diversification, having multiple income streams, and developing adaptable skills that remain valuable regardless of economic conditions. There is also the influence of comparison culture. Social media exposes people to the lifestyles of others constantly, creating pressure to appear successful even when finances are unstable. Someone might purchase expensive items not because they truly need them, but because they want to signal status or success. This behavior can silently trap individuals in financial cycles that are difficult to escape. Real wealth is often quiet and built over time, while financial pressure is loud and immediate. Psychology also plays a powerful role. Fear prevents many people from taking financial risks that could improve their lives. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of uncertainty keep individuals in familiar routines. A stable job feels safe, even if it does not provide growth. Imagine someone with a business idea. They think about starting it for years, but they never take action because they worry about losing money or failing publicly. Meanwhile, time passes, opportunities disappear, and they remain in the same financial position. The biggest barrier was not ability. It was fear. Comfort zones are another trap. Humans naturally seek security and predictability. Escaping the rat race often requires stepping into uncomfortable territory, learning new skills, investing money, or pursuing opportunities that do not guarantee immediate results. Many people choose comfort over growth, even when comfort keeps them stuck. There is also the issue of time. Most individuals trade time directly for money. They work hours and receive payment in exchange. While this model provides income, it limits scalability. There are only 24 hours in a day, and energy is finite. Financial freedom usually requires income that is not directly tied to hours worked. For example, someone who creates a digital product, invests in assets, or builds a business can potentially earn income beyond their personal labor. Someone who only works hourly wages cannot easily achieve that level of scalability. The difference is leverage. Social influence plays a role as well. People are influenced by the habits and expectations of those around them. If everyone in someone's environment lives paycheck to paycheck, that lifestyle becomes normalized. It is difficult to think differently when your surroundings reinforce the same patterns. Think about a group of friends who prioritize spending on entertainment every weekend. An individual who wants to save or invest may feel pressure to participate in the same spending habits to maintain social belonging. Over time, this pressure affects financial decisions. Another major reason people never escape the rat race is short-term thinking. Modern society encourages instant gratification. Advertisements promote buying now, enjoying now, and worrying later. Wealth, however, is often built through delayed gratification, patience, and consistency. A simple example is investing. Someone who invests a small amount consistently over many years can accumulate significant wealth due to compound growth. Someone who spends that same money on temporary pleasures gains short-term satisfaction but loses long-term opportunity. The difference is not income. It is time horizon. At this point, it is important to ask yourself an honest question. Are your financial habits today moving you toward freedom or keeping you in the cycle? Another engagement question for you is this. If you stopped working today, how long could you maintain your current lifestyle without income? These questions are not meant to create fear. They are meant to create awareness. Awareness is the first step toward change. The good news is that escaping the rat race is possible. It requires a shift in mindset and behavior. It starts with understanding that income alone is not enough. Building assets, developing skills, managing expenses, and thinking long-term are essential components. Financial freedom does not happen overnight. It is the result of consistent decisions made over time. Small improvements accumulate. Knowledge grows. Opportunities appear. Momentum builds. One person might start by learning about investing. Another might begin a side business. Someone else might focus on eliminating debt. Different paths exist, but the common factor is intentional action. It is also important to recognize that failure is part of growth. Many successful individuals experienced setbacks before achieving stability. Failure provides feedback. It teaches lessons that cannot be learned through theory alone. Patience is another key factor. Society often celebrates quick success stories, but sustainable wealth usually develops slowly. Compounding takes time. Skills take time. Businesses take time. Those who remain committed through the process are the ones who eventually see results. Escaping the rat race is not just about money. It is about freedom of choice. It is about having control over your time, your decisions, and your future. It is about reducing stress and increasing opportunities. Imagine waking up without financial anxiety, knowing your income does not depend entirely on your daily labor. Imagine having the flexibility to pursue passions, spend time with family, or explore new opportunities. That is what financial independence represents. The journey begins with awareness, continues with education, and grows through action. Every decision you make today shapes your future reality. If this video helped you see things differently, make sure you subscribe to Precision Net and turn on notifications so you do not miss future content about money, mindset, and financial growth. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, because one new perspective can change an entire life. Remember, most people never escape the rat race, but you do not have to be most people. Your future is built by the decisions you start making today.